Since this is my first video, I think I should introduce myself. Hello everybody, my name is 1-Bit Casual. I'm a Twitch streamer who's currently on a hiatus, and since I'm not doing a lot on my break, I figure I should still be productive, which is why I'm here right now. The contents on this channel shouldn't be that different from the ones you find on twitch.tv/1bitcasual. You're mostly gonna find me playing games, mostly Metroidvanias, adventure indie games, and Souls or Souls-likes. So you might know what kind of contents or games that I'm going to play on this channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Dusk and Elysian Tale. So the way this works is that game footage will be pre-recorded and my commentary will be added later on. This is the format that I'm most comfortable with because I'm a shitty at improv. I don't want to make this intro super long, so I'll just put my explanation in the description below. So from what I understand, Dusk and Elysian Tale is a Metroidvania hack and slash. This game was recommended to me by a fellow streamer on Twitch, Lord Jukebox9, or simply known as Jukebox.
I hope none of this is copyright, actually, now that I think about it. It's not Tales!
He's kind enough to show me the trailer for the game on his stream. And from the way he talks about this game, I can just tell that he loves it so much. He even said that he teared up at one point when he was playing it because the story got to him. And from the looks of the gameplay, this is actually right up my alley, so I have to get the game. So before I move on to my gameplay, I just want to give a special shout out to Jukebox. Y'all should check him out. He streams games, surprise surprise, like Slay the Spire, Hades, Pokemon, and more. He's also a fellow Soulsborne fan, so you know he's a man of exquisite taste. So please give him a follow on twitch.tv/LordJukebox9, pop in on his stream and show him some love. With all of that out of the way, let's get into Dusk and Elysian Tale.
Our world has fallen to fade, its great works long since complete, its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of the sword.
So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you! The winner gets the sword!
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside. and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so on funny stuff, the reason why I immediately go to the left is because I forgot which one's east, so... Yeah, but at least I got a key from exploration, so my dumbassery pays off in a way. I'm immediately intrigued by the story and setting here. I think it's pretty obvious that the warrior they were talking about in the beginning was Dust, unless they pull a plot twist on me, which is actually really possible. Okay, so... the story already got me asking questions, right? Like, what's the deal with the sword? What's the deal with the war? What's the deal with Fidget? And the clan she was talking about? And who the hell is this kid that apparently can beat the shit out of this warrior in the beginning? Gameplay-wise though, the controls and moving around already feels good, but I think it's fair to judge the game later on after we have some enemy encounters. Now we're approaching our first ability, which is dodging/dashing. This mechanic takes a bit to get used to for me because there are two separate buttons for dodging left and right. In most games with dodging, it's usually one dedicated button plus the directional key, so I kind of find it weird at first, especially since I'm also playing other games, so this will be fun for my muscle memory. I wonder how this works on controllers though. I didn't bother to find out as I'm playing on keyboard because I'm used to playing fighting games on keyboard, and this game feels like a 2D fighter.
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, actually...
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
I noticed that this is where the game starts to tease its Metroidvania aspects. We got treasures and there's also a small pathway to the left, which usually indicates that there's a power-up later on that we can unlock, like how Samus turns into a ball in Metroid series. I'm just hoping that we can turn to some small, cute version of whatever animal this dude is. I know it's quite late for me to say, but this game looks hella pretty. It's vibrant, there's a bunch of cute animals running around and shit, and this scene is a pretty cool transition into the encounter that we're about to have here.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something! Nobody said anything about monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're going to need them.
This combat feels amazing. I love it. It really scratches that Devil May Cry itch for me, and it's also in 2D setting, which is just my personal preference. The combos feels hella fluid, attacks are cancelable into dashes or jumps from what I can tell. You can start a combo on the ground and continue with aerials and, you know, dash, just go back to the ground, grab that motherfucker up in the air again, and then you combo him in the air. Dude, you can do all types of shit with this fucking combat. I love it. Okay, I know that everything that I just said didn't really reflect in the gameplay here because I'm a little bit button mashy at first, but if I do proper combos, you can see Dust chaining his melee attacks and, you know, doing everything that I just described. I can tell that I'm gonna be super addicted to this combat. I don't really know what to comment story-wise because mostly they just react to what just happened or explaining game mechanics. I mean, they could be dropping hints left and right that went over my head, but the biggest thing that they talk about was this village where we can recover some of Dust's old memories.
Oh dear, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the dust storm. But beware, skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed. Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful. The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
Alright, I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
It's been a while since I've played a game where the characters straight up acknowledge that there are buttons to press. It kind of brings me back to when I used to emulate Game Boy Advance games. They do that a lot back in the day. Anyways, this Dust Storm skill is badass. It feels awesome, and I'm already looking forward to the skills that we're gonna find later on. But about this skill in particular, I find it pretty cool that they can find a way to incorporate Fidget into the gameplay. And Ara also, the Blade, also mentioned that we need to focus on maximizing and maintaining hit or combo points. I'm all for that though, because it's a Bayonetta slash DMC thing. I get that it's for bonus EXP, but I love that it encourages you to perform better so that you can get stronger faster, you know, like RPG mechanics and EXP wise. I gotta say though, getting my hit points completely reset when I took damage is kinda wild. I mean, in Devil May Cry, usually you have different tiers, right? Like, you start from D and then you go to C, and if you get hit, you return back to D. This game is like you either have hit points or you don't, which is kinda insane, but I can get used to that.
It's really beautiful up here.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my of detailed maps and navigational equipment, chasing after a crazy flying sword.
I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen this view. I've stood here before, in this very spot.
Then perhaps you recognize the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor if we want to get any closer.
Very well. Proceed as you wish, Dust.
Just when I thought this game couldn't get any more badass, this skill swoops in and just, oh my fucking god. So basically this skill is the aerial version of the skill that we had before, which basically translates to more attacks that we can chain into, which means we can have more options in terms of fighting. Yeah, I said that as if I'm not gonna stick to the same spammy combos over and over again.
Is that a tent? Is there somebody in there?
Whatever it is, it's got glowing evil eyes of evil.
A merchant lies in wait. Do not let his appearance frighten you. I sense he only wishes to assist in our journey.
Psh, I wasn't frightened. Just surprised at the, savings. Come on, let's talk to him.
I've been expecting you, stranger.
Who are you?
Merely a friend with many wares for sale. Shall we conduct business? Before you leave, might I propose an offer?
That would depend on the offer.
If I may be so bold, you are not prepared for the journey ahead. I, however, can offer assistance. Please, accept this blueprint as a gift. Should you find a blacksmith and the necessary materials, they may be able to craft the item for you. I can offer you materials as well, though I'm not entirely sure what materials this land deems of value. I am not from around here, as I'm sure you've guessed by now. Once you've sold me a new material type, I will be able to restock my store with it. As for your reward, I will pay you a bonus for the first new material you sell me.
Ah, he'll buy them at a high price.
Well, yes. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Watch your back, my friend.
I want to touch a little bit about the voice acting. In the beginning, I don't fight with the voice acting that much. If I'm being honest, I can already see beforehand that voice acting is gonna be a little bit anime dub-ish, especially Fidget. But you know what though? It definitely grew on me. Fidget was the most anime dub sounding one, but she said some pretty funny stuff, so I can fight with that. I mean, so far there are no characters that made me outright cringe, you know. Oh, and by the way, I know that this is not really a huge thing, but this mini puzzle bomb thing is pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. I like that we have to use Dust Storm to move them around. The next couple of segments will be 3 dialogues back to back. First, them introducing the parry mechanics, which is something that I might not use a lot because I'm more of a, you know, whoosh whoosh dash type of guy. The second and third are basically NPCs warning us about our next enemy encounter, so enjoy those.
Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Be on your guard, Dust. I sense a powerful foe ahead of you.
Don't worry, Dust. I'll be behind you every step of the way. way behind. It's another one of those spiky slime things!
Their persistence, I'll give them that.
Much as I pity this corrupted beast, now might be a good time to demonstrate the Parry Technique. Allow it to strike.
Hey, you dazed it!
Attack and hold the button at the moment of the enemy's strike, and you will parry their attack, opening them up for a counterattack.
Timing is crucial, and you must be facing your opponent. And as you can see, a successful parry may also daze your opponent temporarily. Now, put this beast out of its misery.
I see somebody over there.
Ask them if they've got anything to eat.
We're in a bit of a hurry, Fidgets. Don't worry, I'll feed you later.
Hey, I'm not a pet! But, I would appreciate that. Thanks.
Oh, hello! You surprised me there. Don't get many travelers this far out of town.
Sorry about that. It's nice to finally meet a friendly face. So we're getting closer to the village then?
You mean Aurora Village? Yes, it's just beyond those fields to the east. And I think you might be just in time.
What do you mean?
The monster attacks down there have been getting worse. Right before you showed up, I'd swear I heard somebody shouting.
She's right, Dust. I can hear somebody calling for help further down the path.
Let's get going.
Yes, please hurry. Be careful.
Look!
Please, help us!
Ah! Look at the size of that thing!
Don't worry, I think I can handle it.
Exercise all you've learned, Dust. Send these foul creatures from this existence.
I'm just gonna let this gameplay play out uninterrupted. So my strategy here is to just be evasive. You will see me dashing after getting some hits in, basically approaching it like Dark Souls. A little bit longer into the fight, you can see me getting some dust storms in, and dude, check my hit points when I hit the one with Fidget's magic. It just goes...
No, wait! That's not all of them!
Here comes some more!
You guys can see me getting a bit overwhelmed in this part because I honestly thought that there would be no second phase. The strategy is still the same though, only I need to be a little bit more careful because there's two of them at the same time. You know, I was wondering that, considering that this is a hack and slash, I wonder if these bosses will appear as regular enemies later on, because it's a pretty common thing with these games, you know? Closing thoughts about the first boss encounter, I think they're pretty fun. They punish you if you don't pay attention, but easy enough for you to kind of use everything you've learned so far, so yeah. And... Gotti.
Is that it? Did we get all of them?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well done, Dust. You have proven yourself a worthy swordsmaster, and none too soon.
Bah! They weren't so tough. I could probably take on another 4 or 5 of them. You know, if I had to. And Dust was there.
Oh, thank you so much.
What happened here?
I don't know.
We were out here checking the fields when those giants attacked.
We've been having a lot of problems with smaller beasts, but this is the first time a giant has ever come this close to the village.
Then the first step of your journey is near its end, Dust. The village lies just ahead.
Yes, we arrived. That's great. But what now?
That has not yet been revealed to me. These people are safe, and that is what is important. Let us continue onward.
Will you two be all right?
Yes, I just need a moment to rest. I'm not sure how you did it, but you took down 3 giants single-handedly.
Not a problem. That's what we do. Bringing justice to the weak and defenseless.
Hey, who are you calling weak?
The next segment will be back-to-back dialogues from the first 2 NPCs of the village.
Hold it right there.
Are they gone? I don't hear anything.
If you're referring to the giants, I took care of them.
They're dead?
Yep, thoroughly expired. They were no match for us. There's an older couple back there that could use some help, though.
That must have been Oneida and her husband Gian. Thank you. We'll send help right away.
So you're saying you just happened to show up at the right time, huh?
I suppose.
Interesting coincidence.
If you're suggesting I had something to do with this attack...
Whoa, take it easy. I have to apologize for my big friend Caleb here. We're just a little overwhelmed is all.
What's been happening here?
I guess you missed the endless hordes of bloodthirsty monsters on your way in?
They used to stay in the mountains, away from the village. Now they're attacking us on a daily basis. No one's been hurt yet, at least not until today. If giants are showing up near Oneida's farm, things are far worse than we thought.
Speaking of which, where exactly do you come from? There's nothing west of here except crazy old Korra.
We're,
Prospectors! We are prospectors! And we're out on an excavation to find, ore deposits in the mountains. You know, gold, silver, manganite?
Prospectors, eh? You're certainly well armed for the job.
like you said, there are a lot of monsters out there.
Well, we're indebted to you either way, so go on through. But I'm watching the two of you.
Please, make yourselves at home. My name is Bean. There's not much here, but we do have a merchant if you need supplies.
Thank you. We'll be on our way then.
Thanks so much for your help. Please, make yourselves at home.
How are you two holding up?
Don't worry about us. I'm in no rush to take on a giant, but I think we're in the clear.
That's an interesting outfit you're wearing.
Oh, you're one to talk. Can your friend even see from under that hat?
He can see everything. It's spooky, really. No reason to get defensive. Just trying to help.
Prospectors, Fidgets? That was the best thing you could come up with?
It was the first thing that popped into my head. It's not like you had anything better. Come on, let's get away from these guards.
All right, Aura. Where to now?
You're right where you need to be. The answers to your identity lie somewhere in this village.
I know this place, that's for certain. I'm sure I've been here before, but nobody seems to recognize me.
And you, in turn, do not recognize them. Yet I feel there is something here that may yet trigger your memory's return.
Maybe we should look around for a bit then? If you really have been here before, maybe somebody will recognize you.
That is a good idea, Fidget. Let us meet with the townspeople. I am certain that the next step of your journey will reveal itself in time.
Very well, but something here is making me uneasy. Like the calm before a storm.
Alright, that was interesting. I wonder where they're gonna take that angle. I mean, it could end up with us fighting the villagers, like in the intro, or maybe we're gonna have to gain their trust. Whatever they're going with this, man, I'm intrigued. Especially with how Dust ended his dialogue. The following segments will be me accepting quests from the townspeople. I'll leave a commentary if I have something to say about them.
Why, hello there. I'm always thrilled to see a new face, even when it's all covered up like yours.
Indeed. Well, my name is Dust, and this is Fidget.
Hiya! Don't mind Mr. Grumpy. He's not big on the whole eye contact thing.
Fidget and Dust, eh? Not from around here, are you? Well, neither was I originally. But this is a nice little place, if you're not in a hurry. Where are my manners? I'm Augustin, local strongman. Say, you want to arm wrestle?
Some other time perhaps. We're just passing through.
Oh, that's a shame. Thought you looked like the arm wrestling type. You know, I heard what you did back there for Oneida. Great stuff. Maybe we can help each other out?
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
I have an old friend, a blacksmith. Lives way up at the top of Archer's Pass. I promised I'd deliver some materials to him way back when, but haven't been up that way in ages. Area's pretty dangerous these days if you ask me. Maybe you could deliver them for me? Tell you what, if you help me out, I'll give you this blueprint. If you give it to him along with these spare materials, he'll set you on your way right quick.
A blacksmith that can craft items from blueprints? I think I'll take you up on that, Augustin.
Wow, that's great! I knew I could count on you. When you see him, just tell him that old Augustin says hello.
Jess?
Good morning?
Is it though?
I guess?
He guesses. Wonderful. Well, perhaps you can guess that I really don't want to talk such drivel right now. Go, scurry off and leave me be.
Okay, for some reason, I find this dude to be hilarious. I hope that we can get to see more of him.
Hello, I don't believe I've seen you before.
We just came in from the west.
Oh, so you're the one everyone is talking about!
Everyone's talking?
Of course! You're the one who saved Oneida! My name is Mosca, and I am at your service. If you need anything, just let me know. Say, are you staying long?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
Well, if you ever find yourself heading east of the village, maybe you could let me know if the roads are safe?
Oh, they're far from safe. The town guards mentioned that monsters have been attacking all sides of the village. You're better off staying inside the walls for now.
Well, see, here's my problem. I've been meaning to visit someone in Denham. It's a small village on the edge of Abadi's forest.
I imagine this someone is pretty important to you?
Well, yeah. See, it's about a girl.
Well, surely she's worth the danger.
Oh, she is! She definitely is. I want to make sure she's okay. With all these monsters around, there's been no word from Denham at all.
Mosca, if my travels take me there, I'll let her know you're thinking about her.
Oh, thank you so much! You're great! You're really, really great!
You're perfect!
Thanks?
Not you! Listen, do you hear it? Can you hear its whispers locked within? Within the box. My box.
I don't hear anything.
Well, of course you don't! My box has been lost! Somebody must have stolen it! Perhaps it was that Mosca fellow. He's always averting his gaze from me. Like he's hiding something.
Probably his distaste for your nuttiness.
I can hear its whispers coming from below. Down, deep down in the earth. If you're ever down there, please, you must find my box and return it at once. And whatever you do, do not open the box.
Okay, Reed. If I find your box underground, I'll be sure to bring it back.
Hi there.
Well, hello.
You're a quiet one.
Just manners. You'll have to excuse him. He's a bit worn out, saving the village and everything, you know?
Yes, I heard something about that.
Ah, yes. Well, good.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. They'll just keep coming back. And there's nothing we can do about it. Excuse me.
She's a cheerful one, huh?
A bit of gratitude might have been nice. What kind of a bratty...
Hey, ease off, Dust. She looked like she was pretty depressed.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry, Fidget. I don't know what came over me just then. Come on, let's keep moving.
Yo, where the hell did that come from? Dust is really showing some nice guy's tendencies with that interaction right there. He was all like, "The fuck you say to me, you goddamn slut?" And then afterward, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know where that came from." Jokes aside, though, that was the most loaded interaction we've seen so far, in my opinion. Not counting the philosopher guy, of course, but Ginger is the only other NPC so far that isn't on Dust's side. Unlike Callum, though, she's just skeptical or just, as Fidget would say, depressed about the whole thing. Speaking of Dust, I think we're going to see more of that side. So I can't wait to see what triggers him to be that edgy dude again, you know? With that being said, I think that whole interaction is the perfect ending to this part because it's already gone on for too long. Hello, it's me again. If you reached this point of the video, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you very much. I know that I made a lot of mistakes, or there might be a lot of things that could be improved for my video. Honestly, sometimes I know what my problem is, but I don't know how to fix it because I'm just not experienced enough. And for that, I would really appreciate it if you guys leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Leave a like if you like this video, and if you want to see more of this series or just more from me in general, feel free to subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one, everybody.